Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I am getting ready to put my pack together in order to go fishing tomorrow. I'm supposed to get a break between the bad winds that we're having right now and what we're supposed to encounter on Monday. So what I thought I'd do is also give a quick review of my Zimmerbuilt Tenkara Guide Sling as I'm getting it ready for fishing tomorrow. It's easily my most used piece of equipment. I use it a lot. All the videos I've made so far, I'm always wearing this, but I really like this. I'll put the specs up on the screen. I don't remember them off the top of my head. One thing to note, this is the guide sling. It's not the smaller sling light. So it has a couple extra features as well as a little bit bigger size. So I'll just start off on the back here. So what you'll see, you've got the molly across the top and the bottom with these little bungees across the top. There's 4 of them and 2 along the bottom. So what those are for is where you're going to attach or secure your rod. So if I was to take a rod here, I'd probably have it in a sock or in a protective tube. But you just slip it through there. You can stick it down in the pocket, and then you snug it up and it's not going to go anywhere. So you can put a whole host of them through here if you can, see how small that rod is, that Seiru rod. So you can have 4 individual ones. I've carried as many as 8 in this before. But the 2 on the bottom you could use, so if you wanted to carry a tube, and specifically, especially if you had the longer one. If I had the shorter one, this is just the standard one, I would just tighten it up and carry it like that. But you can also extend it down further and use the bottom one to secure it to the back so it doesn't stick up so high above your head if you're going through brush and things like that. It'll be a little bit more out of the way, a little bit more protected. So you've got 2 of those as well, and it will even, these bungees will actually fit the large as well. So I've never used it for that, but I certainly could if I wanted to carry a whole herd of my smaller rods. And then what I normally do for shorter trips and like these videos and stuff is I'll use 1 or 2 on this side, and then I'll put like a water bottle or something to drink in there on that side. And it, the way it's carried is it's going to be upright, so it's not going to fall out or anything like that. The other features for it, got 2 kind of spacious zippered compartments in it. So pretty large size, and especially this one closest to your back. Pretty good size. The outer ones are just a little bit smaller, but still very spacious. I carry, an extra fleece or a hat, my gloves. I'll put food in there. I'll put, whatever else I need to carry. But it does a really good job, kind of for a day on the water. And additionally, each of these big compartments each has a smaller zippered pouch. One is the mesh and one is solid, as you can see. So in these I have things like little yarn markers. I have my little tip grip for getting rod joints unstuck. I'll carry spare lines, spare tippets, indicators, anything, any other small items in there. And I kind of just always keep those in there. I don't mess with it. Just kind of the emergency for when I'm do something stupid like leave my tippet at home or something like that. So anyways, lots of room to carry a day's worth of stuff is the bottom line. Then on the front, so this is optional. I have the chest pack on it, but you can either use it without a pack, so it just clips off real easily, or you could use one of the smaller strap packs, or even the micro pack. They just all connect to that molly strip across the front. So on the chest pack, I might as well talk a little bit about that while I'm here. So on it I have my tippet attached to it. On the zinger I've got my nippers as well as my release tool, and I've got on the front is a zippered pouch, so I usually put my line cards in there so that I can swap them out anytime without really having to take my sling off. It's got this open pouch And usually when I'm wearing that, I actually stick my phone down in there, but it goes so it's barely sticking out, and I don't have any problems with it staying in there, so it's easily accessible for taking photos. Then you've got really, on this chest pack here, you've got a large, large single compartment, but it also has the other pocket. So in there I keep my cheaters and eye drops and floatant, anything like that in there. But so there's a lot of room in that. So the reason I have the chest pack on there is I typically have a longer, like 7 3/4 inch fly box that I tend to favor. So I put the bigger one on there just because it's taller and gives me room. But you can certainly get away with the strap pack if you're not carrying such a big fly box. And then up here I just have on the little clip and a zinger, I have my hemostats if I ever need them. There's also another attachment up here. You could use that for securing hemostats or anything else, or you could even rig it up to put your tippet spools on that attachment as well. But that's kind of all the things on it that I can think of. Actually it has a little, what I am assuming is a water tube, if you had a bladder in your sling, so you could route the tube through there, and that's probably what that's designed for. The other thing I like about it is when you're wearing it, and this actually has 2 clips because the chest pack comes with one of them, the additional one here that you string on there just to secure it. If you weren't using the chest pack, then it would just have the single one on there. But just clips on real simply. And it's a little loose now because normally I have it, my waders on and things like that. So need a little more spacious. But it leaves your casting arm free. I've had some other slings in the past where it goes over your right shoulder and it makes it kind of awkward. But I find it stays in place really well. It balances well. I mean, unless I don't put anything too heavy in it, so it's not putting a lot of pressure, but it's all day comfort, as far as I'm concerned. And on the water, obviously the way slings are designed for, if you unattach it, you spin it around and you'll have access to your zippered pouches if you need to get anything out of there, my food, windbreaker, whatever. The material is the same kind of thing that he puts on his backpacks, and I do have a couple of his backpacks as well. I'm going to do a kind of a comparison gear review on those. I have the tailwaters pack as well as the headwaters pack, in addition to a few strap packs and bottle holders, this little Kaizen pouch that I'll talk about, and this quick draw minimalist kind of sling. Highly recommended. It's, I want to say $140 maybe, but I think you'll get years and years of use out of it. If you're looking for an alternative to what you currently have. Took me a little while. I've tried multiple slings in the past, and I never really got used to them, but this particular one kind of grew on me, and now I use it almost every time I go out, unless it's I'm going a long ways and I need to pack additional items or my waders or something like that, or if I'm staying out all day. Where it's really cold weather, where I got to, have to pack heavier clothes and stuff, which is why I have the other 2 packs. So overall, great piece of equipment. Chris Zimmer does a really good job, high quality, and just very durable and comfortable. So definitely take a look at these if you haven't tried them before. I know Jason Class did a review on a sling too. I'm not sure if it was the guide or the light, but you'd be hard pressed to do better if you're looking for a sling.